Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast Indycar League Race 8 of Road America. Here's your point standings after last week's Detroit Grand Prix. Pato still has the points lead with a 13-point lead over last week's runner-up, Scott Dixon. Graham and Kirkwood still find themselves at the top of the board. They are Dixon's 12 points behind Pato. I'm sorry. Graham is 13 back from Pato, and Kirkwood's 14 back. And then last week's winner, Alex Pillow, is 28 points back of Pato. Then Joseph, Rossi, Erickson, Scotty Mack, and Will Power round out your top 10. The top 8 are still within the race in points. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for today's race at Road America. Starting on pole, it's Colton and Pato, the points leader. Points leader Pato in second place, looking for a big win today. Row 2 is Connor and last week's winner, Alex Pillow. Row 3, Alexander Rossi and Kiffin. Row 4, rookie Jacob Abel and Christian Rasmussen tried to turn their seasons around. And starting to end off your top 10, it's Nolan and Scotty Mack. And then here's the rest of where everyone started. Dixon, Kirkwood, and Graham did not qualify good at all. They are deep in the field. So 15 laps here at Road America. Like every road course race, it's 15 laps. And let's see what this race has in store for us in the Cheesehead State, Wisconsin. Now, let's get the other channel set up. Let me turn this down. All right. Let's do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Race 8 at Road America for the Diecast Indycar League. Here are your point standings after last week in Detroit. Pato still finds himself first in the points, with Scott Dixon now in second, 12 points back, after his second runner-up finish in a row. Graham and Kirkwood still find themselves in the mix. They're 13 and 14 points back. And then last week's winner, Alex Pillow, is 28 points back from Pato. Here's the rest of your top 10. Joseph, Rossi, Erickson, Scotty Mack, and Will Power. The top 8 in points are all within a race. So let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's race here at Road America. And on pole, having a recent uptick in performance, it's Colton with points leader Pato to his outside. Row 2 is Connor and last week's winner, Alex Pillow. Row 3, Alexander Rossi and Kiffin. Row 4, rookie Jacob Abel and Christian Rasmussen. And rounding out your top 10, it's Nolan and Scotty Mack. And here's the rest of the field. Some of your championship contenders starting deep in the field today. Dixon, Kirkwood, and Graham did not have good qualifying efforts. So it's 15 laps like every road course race here in the Diecast IndyCar League. Let's see what we have in store here today in the Cheesehead State, Wisconsin. Here we go. Colton, Pato, lead the field to green. We're underway in Road America. Great start for Connor. He immediately takes the lead. They're 4 wide for second, and now 4 wide for the lead. Connor Daly leads his first lap of the season. Connor Daly goes to the lead, and he immediately gets turned by Alex Pillow. Connor Daly goes hard into the outside wall, and there's going to be a caution on lap number 2. as Palou just turned him for no reason at all. Wow, that's a huge moment in this race. Already on lap 1, chaos as Connor Daly gets turned into the wall by Alex Palou. That was completely uncalled for. Yes, it was, and man, that was a quick crash for Connor as he is done for the day. He's had a very awful season, definitely his highlight of the season, and then immediately gets turned by last week's winner, Alex Palou. So that'll be a 19th place finish for him. Unfortunate for Alex. For Connor. So, Palou leads. Then it's Pato. Then Colton. Then Rossi. And then Scotty Mack is already up to 5th. Kiffin is 6th. Jacob Abel in 7th. Rasmussen 8th. Nolan 9th. Power 10th. Joseph 11th. Lundgaard 12th. Stingray 13th. Scott Dixon 14th. Foster 15th. Erickson 16th. Kirkwood 17th. And Graham in 18th and dead last. We're going to go green on lap 4 of 15 with Alex Palou leading the way. Pato 2nd. Herta 3rd. Rossi 4th. We're back underway. Pato got a good jump. Pato immediately back to the lead. Here comes Colton and Rossi. Look at Kiffin going out to help his teammate. Pato and Palou side by side for the lead. Then Colton and Rossi side by side for 2nd. As we begin lap 5, Palou's going to lose it. Pato to the front. Herta's going to go to the outside. The inside of Pato, and he'll look for the lead. Rossi and Palou fight for the 3rd spot. Scotty Mack, Kiffin, 5th, 6th. Then Abel, and then Power and Nolan side by side. Here comes Rasmussen and Power side by side as we begin lap 5. Rasmussen clears Power. As the battle for the lead continues to rage on between Colton and Pato. Colton goes to the lead. Pato in the 2nd. Palou and Rossi are left to fight for 3rd. Pato looks to the outside of Colton. They're gonna squeeze. Colton's squeezing Pato up. It looks like Colton may take the lead or keep it, and he looks like he will. As here's Scotty Mack all of a sudden, looking for 3rd on Rossi, and here comes Palou as well. Palou shoots 3 wide, he may go for the lead. Got a nice battle here in the back half of the top 10. Rasmussen, Stingray, and Power. And then Kiffin, Abel, and Nolan. Nolan's going to win that battle. 6 cars under a blanket for 6th. Don't look now. Rossi and Scotty Mack are starting to fall back to that battle. But 3 wide for the lead between Palou, Colton, and Pato. We're going to begin lap 7. 3 wide. Palou in the lead for a quick second, but he'll fall back, and Colton and Pato will still be side by side. Pato got the lead for a quick second. Looks like he's going to lose it. Scotty Mack's trying to get around Rossi. He can't. Nolan gets around Abel, and he might look to the outside of McLaughlin and Rossi. we take a look in the back, not really much progress made for Graham and Kirkwood, and neither for Erickson as well and Dixon. They're all still in the back, as well as Joseph. He's back there as well. A lot of progress being made by Louis Foster, though. 4-car battle here. It looks like that's for 8th. It indeed is. It might turn into a 6-car battle as Nolan and Kiffin are being caught by those 4. But still, the battle for the lead rages on. And there goes Colton Herta. And he goes into the wall. And Alex Palou had nowhere to go. Into the outside wall, and the caution is out on lap number 7 or 6 or... let me think. When was it? But there was nowhere for Palou to go as Herta crashed right in front of him. Man. And this race has changed as 2 of the best cars in the field get taken out. Well, let's see. It was... I think it was lap... Yeah, it was lap 7. Man, Alex Palou, that's karma. That is karma for him dumping Connor earlier. That is karma. As Palou's going to get basically the exact same finish as Connor does. He'll be 18. From 0 to 0, real quickly. Colton's just had a down year, had a recent uptick in performance. And yeah, it's just not good. Not a good year for him at all. So we're going to restart on lap number 9. Pato leads. Scotty Mack is now 2nd. Alexander Rossi hasn't contended for a win in a while. Here he is. He's 3rd. Kiffin's 4th. Nolan's 5th. Rasmussen's up to 6th. Power 7th. Stingray in 8th. Jacob Abel in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Joseph. Foster 11th. Dixon 12th. Lundgaard 13th. Erickson 14th. Graham 15th. And Kirkwood rounds out the field in 16th. Here we go. Green flag. Back underway at Road America. Pato immediately jumps out in front. They're side by side for 3rd. Here's Kiffin to the inside of Rossi with help from Nolan Siegel. Rasmussen and Power are going to take Nolan 3 wide. A lot of contact between Joseph and Stingray. Everyone stays straight. The battle for 3rd is ramping up, and it looks like Rossi's going to win it. Ed Carpenter boys having a great showing. They're 3rd and 4th, but the battle for the leads between Pato and Scotty Mack, and Scotty Mack to the outside of Pato. Lap 10, we're still side by side for the lead between Scotty Mack and Pato. The Ed Carpenter guys trying to fight for the last spot on the podium. Kiffin and Nolan are there, and here comes Power looking for 5th. Oh, that's a tight spot for Stingray to be. He keeps it straight. Power and Abel keep it straight. Nolan and Kiffin making a lot of contact. That battle for 5th is banging. But the battle for 3rd is between Rossi and Rasmussen. But the battle for the lead between Pato and Scotty Mack is just heating up, and Scotty Mack goes to the front. Lap 11. Pato looks to the outside of Scotty Mack. Scotty Mack defending the inside well, but can Pato wrap around the outside? It's going to be really close. They're going to stay side by side. Rasmussen and Rossi still side by side. They are preventing each other from going for the win. Here comes Stingray and Will Power trying to make a play, as well as Joseph, but no, he has to fall back. Look at this beautiful battle for sixth spot. 4 cars really close together. Battle for third is going to be won by Rossi, and Rasmussen's going to get right behind him and try and push him up to the battle for the lead, which is banging between Scotty Mack and Pato. Coming to lap number, this is 12. Here's Scotty Mack and Pato, still side by side. Rossi and Rasmussen coming in the fray. And who they're going to help? They're going to help Pato, and they're going to freight train Scotty Mack. Pato to the lead. Rossi in the second, looking on the outside. Pato blocks. Here comes Nolan Siegel into the fight. Stingray right there in sixth. Will Power, Stingray, Jacob Abel, and Kiffin all into a tight battle. That's for sixth place. Louis Foster is coming into the mix. But all those guys who are way in the front in the championship have really had a rough day. Graham, Dixon, Marcus Ericsson's in the top 10 in the points. He's had a bad day, as well as Kyle Kirkwood, his teammate, and Scott Dixon. Christian Lundgaard's had a rough day. He normally always has a rough day, to be fair. Here's Louis Foster's inside the top 10. What a great run from the rookie. Jacob Abel and Stingray. Great runs here between rookies. But now Nolan Siegel is into the fight, and it looks like he'll fall back. But the Ed Carpenter boys have a really good shot against Pato. And here comes Rossi to the outside. To the lead goes Alexander Rossi, but he gets moved out of the way by Rasmussen. Here they come in the lap 13. Scotty Mack gonna give a big shove to the 20. Oh, the 21 may go sideways. He saved it. Everyone kept it straight. Rossi's out in front. Here's Stingray up into the top 5. What a great run for Stingray again. Having a hell of a season. 3 wide for second. Scotty Mack, Pato, Rasmussen, all behind Rasmussen's teammate Ed Carpenter Racing, Alexander Rossi, who finds himself in the lead again. Who's going to come out in second place with this battle? It's going to be Rasmussen, who's going to go to the lead. Christian Rasmussen's had a very rough season, but here he is in the lead with 2 laps to go. Rossi's still there. Here's Pato and Scotty Mack, and they push Rossi to the lead. 3 wide for second behind Rossi again. 2 laps to go. The racing's getting intense. Here comes a big shove right past Stingray. No, they're going to help Stingray. Stingray's got the lead. Or he's got the lead for 5th place, and he gets freight trained by Nolan and Will Power. 4-car battle for that spot is gonna bang. Here's the battle between 10th place Stingray and Jacob Abel. Big time contact between Marcus Ericsson and Christian Lundgaard. And Lundgaard's going to spin. Christian Lundgaard's around. He's in the wall. Is there going to be a caution? Is there going to be a full course caution for this? There probably will be. There's a lot of cars in the back that have to go around Lundgaard. They navigate him safely. Christian Lundgaard crashes in the kink. That's a terrible spot to be on the track. They should throw a caution for this. Will they, though, is the question. We're coming to the white flag this time. This race is possibly going to end under caution due to Christian Lundgaard's big-time crash. Here they come. All behind Alexander Rossi. 3 wide. Now Scotty Mack goes to the outside and he takes the lead. Scotty Mack looking for the lead with Pato now. Pato looking for it. Here comes Pato. And Scotty Mack will lead at the white flag with Rossi. Oh, Rossi almost gets turned by Rasmussen. Pato's going to make his move. He's going to look to the outside. He goes for it. McLaughlin cuts him off. McLaughlin not leaving Pato any space. McLaughlin clear. Rasmussen in the third. Rossi in fourth. Will Power has now found himself in fifth. Here's Nolan looking for fifth. And Kiffin Simpson. Scotty Mack just barely hanging on against Pato. Can he make it to the kink where the caution will probably be thrown? And there it is. The caution's out for Christian Lundgaard's crash. Scott McLaughlin's going to win. Scott McLaughlin's going to win under caution. Caution is out for Christian Lundgaard's crash. Scotty Mack is going to win at Road America. And I believe that's going to be his first win of the season and of his career. What a win for him. He had to stave off some very fierce competition today. But give a call to the Ed Carpenter boys of Alexander Rossi and Christian Rasmussen. Rasmussen has not been really good this year. He gets a third place finish today. And Alexander Rossi finally back to where he belongs. He's inside the top 5. Good run for him. But coming to the stripe to take the caution flag and the checkered flag, Scott McLaughlin wins at Road America. Pato Award comes home second. Good day for points leader Pato. Rasmussen third. Rossi fourth. 5th place for Kiffin. 6th place for Nolan. Power 7th. 8th for rookie Louis Foster. 9th for rookie Jacob Abel. 10th for Stingray. And 11th, or is that Marcus Erickson? It is. 12th for Kyle Kirkwood. Joseph comes home 13th. Scott Dixon 14th and Graham Rahal in 15th. Not good runs for some of those guys who are up there in the points. But a really good run for Scotty Mack, who vaults himself big time back into the points conversation. Pato gains a ton of points on his competitors. He is easily got a big lead now in this championship. But what a win for Scotty Mack. Yes, sir, Scotty Mack will get to burn it down. What a win for Team Penske, Scott McLaughlin, and Pennzoil. Thank you all for watching this Diecast IndyCar League race in Road America. We'll see you next week for, I believe it's Laguna Seca. So we'll see y'all then. Until then, see y'all later. RV out. Peace. A thrilling race here at Road America ends under caution. It's a win for Scott McLaughlin. What a job by him. Thank you all for watching. Congrats to him, Team Penske, and Pennzoil. See y'all later. RV out. Peace.